Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jennifer Kimlaik-Vidovic and I'm working on realizing the awareness-raising revolution with teaching you guys everything you need to know in order to live the most happy, healthy, wealthy, fulfilled, abundant and peaceful life. So thank you so much for watching. I would appreciate if you subscribe my channel to always stay updated about everything I do. Today's video is about how to get what you really want, and in order to get what you really want, you need to know what it is that you really want. And therefore I created already a video and I will put the link in the description box so that you guys can start working with finding out who you really are. So in order to keep this video very organized and easy for you to follow and understand, I previously created a list of all the points I want you to know about, which will help you to find out and get what you really want. So, step number 1, find out who you really are. Okay, watch my other video for that one. Then, step number 2, believe you can receive what it is that you want. And guys, listen, this is so important. If you want to get what it is that you really want, you need to start believing that you can receive it. Because otherwise, if, for example, you want to become a singer, but you don't believe that you deserve and are worthy of and talented enough to be a singer, you will not take the steps of action that are needed in order to become a singer. Basically, what that means is you will block yourself and then maybe blame someone else, maybe blame some circumstances, but the only thing that really helps here is that you believe you can receive it and that you remove all the limitations of your mind which are stopping and blocking you from believing that you can. So, then build a routine and a daily reminder for yourself that shows you exactly who you want to be and the life you want to live. So when I started to become aware and really gain the courage to follow my own path, because my inner voice was screaming at me so loud that I couldn't ignore it anymore, what I did, I adjusted. Okay, I had no routine, so I didn't adjust anything. I just built a complete new routine, which later on I found out was basically a daily reminder for myself, which helped me to remind myself and connect myself to the person and the life I want to be and I want to live. And I did that through journaling. I was journaling every morning. I used I am manifestations and I just lived the life that I want to live, including the person I want to be for those, let's say, 20 minutes every morning while I was drinking. Guys, my battery just died, so I hope there is a smooth transition and I will continue. So basically what I did every morning while I was drinking my coffee, I reminded myself of who I want to be, the life I want to have. And then I also, of course, maybe some of you know already about the Mind movies, so I collected all those pictures of things I want to experience in my life, I want to have and I want to build, and I just created a voiceover over it. So I put them all together, created a little video, and then my own voice and the text. I added everything, and then I was watching it every morning and every evening, and I was just daydreaming sometimes, when I was in the car, I was dreaming about the life. Basically, what that does to your body is that your body and your mind and your nervous system and your heart, they really feel and believe that you already are and have the life that you want to have. And that's just awesome because it's giving so much positive energy, and it really it basically, the more you do it, let's say you started yesterday, in 30 days from now, you will have, I don't know, 50% less doubts, 50% less worry about all these things, because you already implanted it so deeply in yourself that you have this life and that you are this person, and everything becomes easier because you're just vibrating and you're thriving and you're believing in yourself, and then you attract the people and the circumstances, and all the beauty of life unfolds right in front of you in order to help you achieve what you want to achieve. Okay, and then what I also do is I pray. I do not pray in a religious way. I pray in a universal way because I believe that we can pray for everything and everyone, and then we just need to believe that we will receive it and it will happen. If it's not for us, if it's for others, then I always just pray for guidance and guidance, protection, direction, clarity, enough energy, and that a solution appears for a problem or something like that. And prayer is really powerful, and it's also so peaceful. It just feels so good to pray. So start it, try it, and you will definitely not regret including this into your life. So the next thing, educate yourself about the direction of your path and the person you want to become. So let's say right now you are a teacher, but what you really want is to become a content creator. Then what is extremely helpful is watch YouTube videos, buy yourself a book about creative thinking, check out people online who have what you want to have, and then just like reach out with questions, Google, and just observe how they did it, and then find out how you can do this for yourself. It's really important because if you start a new life path, there are so many things you obviously don't know, otherwise you would already have this life. So it's important to educate yourself about the direction and the lives and all the things that come along with the path you chose. That will not only increase your confidence, but also will give you so much more clarity in your days and in your realizing your dreams. Okay, so now in how to get what you really want, what's extremely important is you need to get to know yourself. You need to find your trigger points, get clear about your emotions, your moods, what makes you wild, nervous, what drains you, what pushes you down, basically everything that sucks out your energy. And then you need to find methods to get yourself out of these states as fast as possible. I call this emotional control. I need to work on my, self-control in relation to my emotions, just because every single time we feel something, we don't necessarily need to react, especially when we are in situations in which it would be extremely appropriate if we just burst out in tears or scream or whatsoever. And when I started to, just like observe from a higher perspective, kind of like detaching myself from being emotionally involved in something and just observing what's really going on, very often that helps to take a breath, to calm down, and to just take a step back, and then everything looks different. So for example, my grandma, she always said, just sleep over it and the sleep will wash the pain away. And honestly speaking, you guys, that helps. Of course, in a situation we cannot just go to bed for, 8 hours, but there's always a minute or two you can just like take your time to think and to not react, And once you get to know yourself better, you know exactly which situations trigger you, which food you cannot eat because you will overeat, or the friends that make you gossip, and the partner that makes you feel small, the environment that exhausts you. And when you find out about all these things, my first video in finding out what it is that you really want, there you're writing a list about all the things you don't want, you hate, that drains you, exhausts you. And then you can just avoid those situations if possible. Sometimes it's not always possible to not get triggered, but therefore preparation is needed in order when you get triggered that you have the tools which help you to get out of this emotional and physical and mental state of being and brings you back into balance and alignment with who you really are. Because I deeply believe that inside of us we are all peaceful and we all crave the same things: joy, happiness, peace, abundancy, wealth, health. And I believe we humans are peaceful. Just our emotions and our minds can really mess everything up. But if we learn how to control it in a healthy way, because control doesn't mean to suppress or ignore it or bury them, then we can really, give ourselves a hug and just bring ourselves back into peace. Okay, yes. Learn how to get yourself back into alignment with your highest most ambitious and peaceful self. That's basically what I just said, that it's extremely important to get to know yourself. And then, for example, let's say after a long day, you're completely exhausted. If you know yourself, you know that taking a bath right now, ordering something online, or eating a soup on the couch while speaking to an old friend, or just reading a book, lighting up a candle will recharge you. If you don't know yourself, maybe after an exhausting day, you go to a party where it's extremely noisy, you drink some alcohol, and the next day you feel even worse. So it's extremely important to know what you need to recharge, to calm down, to feel your best self again. And then, of course, it takes practice to really do it. But if you practice this, then it will take you less and less time and less effort. Because the better you know yourself, the better you know what works for you and what doesn't. Okay, again, remove mental limitations completely. If you want to get what you really want, again, it is the same with how to find out what it is that you really want. You need to remove mental limitations completely and start dreaming and start believing again. Because only then, with the power of your thoughts and beliefs, will you be able to attract and create the life of your dreams. And the last thing is, take care about having a high, positive, grateful, peaceful, and joyful energy and attitude most of the time. And therefore, again, it's also very important to really get to know yourself so that you can avoid situations, circumstances, people, jobs, foods, restaurants, bars, everything that just doesn't serve you. Because, it's your life. You need to make yourself a priority in order to really be happy and healthy, why would you constantly do things you don't want to do with people you don't want to talk to or spend time with, when you could use all this time in a day to do the things that you really want to do, that inspire you, that motivate you, that gives you a feeling of joy and excitement about being a human right now, here in this time. So yes, I hope that with watching my video, you get some motivation, inspiration to really connect to who you are and do more of what's really serving you. Thank you so much for watching this video.